Hi and welcome to our full complete build of this medium wheelbase VW Crafter. What I'm going to do is talk you through the build process and what the features in this vehicle are and why we built them like this specifically for this customer. So I'm going to start by talking around the outside of the vehicle. You'll see on here we have the Firma F80S side awning. We've also fitted a sliding window here. There is a side window in the back there, and we also have the water fill-up point on this side. At the back of the vehicle here, what we've got is the opening high-level window and also the water points. Now this is a really nice feature here because this is one of my favourite water fill-up points, as it's got this really nice magnetic feature that allows it to snap shut. You'll also see at the front of the vehicle there, we have the opening window so they can open that whilst cooking. Let's have a look at the other side. On this side of the vehicle, we've got the 240 hookup point, which also features the really nice snap shut magnet, which closes that all off nicely. And we've also got a fixed window on this side, which you'll see is backing on to the sofa area. Anyway, let's head in and see. Inside, first thing you'll probably notice is that we've got the kitchen on this side, and we've also got this overhead strip lighting with the wood roof as well, which is one of our most popular features. So talking about this kitchen area here, we've got the fridge in the side. Not the most popular choice, but the nice thing about this is when you're actually outside, you can open this door all the way and grab your cold Coke. Additionally, what we've got here is this tap that'll swivel around and pull out and extend, which is really nice if you want to rinse off yourself, shoes, surfboards, dogs, whatever you fancy. And that also then just tucks back up there nicely, like that. And then here we've got the double Thetford gas burner, which is a really nice plate in here and is quite a nice feature piece to match with the black tap. Over the sink, we've also got our custom built chopping board, which has been routed and recessed in nicely so that it just sits and creates a little bit of extra working space. Talking about the kitchen area specifically, we've got this really nice pop-up extension which adds a little bit of extra chopping space in addition to the chopping board that I've showed you earlier. Here, tucked in here, we've got a really quite deep cutlery drawer that could probably be used for lots of other bits as well. As I mentioned before, we've got the fridge there, and that all works very nicely. Moving into here, under the sink there's a good amount of storage space, and down here a really deep pan drawer which you can get a fair amount of kit in. You'll have noticed on here we've used the Evo locks, and the black design against this really nice Fjord Green colour I think is a beautiful bit of contrast. So in the seating area you'll see we've got the really nice Lagun Table. I've actually put it a bit high for myself at the moment, but it can be used in pretty much all sorts of configurations and directions. It can potentially even be over there. The nice thing about this one is if you pull the seat all the way forwards, you can potentially use that as a seating area as well to pop your drink or lots of other bits and pieces. And as you can see, there is a comfortable amount of space for two people here, maybe even a third small one if you fancy getting cozy. Thanks to the versatility of this mount, it also means that you're able to sit here facing each other with the swivel seats and have this here, which means you could sit facing each other if you didn't want to sit side by side to eat. Additionally, looking down into the space under here, we've got a really big, useful drawer that you can fit an awful lot of stuff in. Under this other side, we have the Autoterm Diesel heater, but we also have this really neat slide out where you can put an additional cushion there and have a bit more of an L-shaped seating area. So in here, we have a wardrobe hanging space. You'll notice we've got all the cabling boxed in here, table storage on this side, and two really decent sized shelves for storing clothes or potentially even cooking essentials. Moving across here, we have 9 of these small cubby spaces running across both sides of the van, but falling short of the back to ensure that there's comfortable headspace up that end. Moving down into this bottom cupboard, you'll see we've got the Thetford toilet, which is all nicely set up so you can comfortably sit down here, or if you're feeling particularly sociable, could use it as an extra seat. So you're probably wondering who wants to sleep with the bed at that height. The answer is they don't. This is all set up on 4 electronic actuators connected to this switch, which means we can raise and lower the bed And the purpose of this is the customer specifically wanted a space in which they could run a motorbike into the back of the vehicle and use it for going away with or potentially track days. So that means that we have this really large 650 wide opening space, the full length of the vehicle to allow the motorbike to come all the way in. And I'll show you what it looks like when this is all down now. So as you can see now, we have a much better sleeping area. This is a lengthways bed as opposed to widthways, which has given them even more storage with these deep cubbies that run down probably about 150 millimeters, 15 centimeters, 6 inches, however you want to measure it, of depth there, running 3/4 of the way along with the 2 reading spotlights at the end there, and they also have a wireless charging point on each side to pop your phones on. You'll also see that we've got the LED strip lights running through the light oak roof, and we also feature the Max van here, which is nicely set, so it's about in the middle of the vehicle. So back here is where we've got all of the electronics, the internal water and the water pumps all tucked in here, and we've also got this really bright light. On this side, a 240 plug just underneath. You'll notice the arm for the Firma awning has been attached in here. So on this side, you'll see that we've got a really large cupboard space with the 12-volt fuse board for this side of the vehicle set up here. And we've also got another 12-volt circuit board on this side. The reason for this is that because of the completely separated 2 sides and we're not able to run any cables from one side to the other, we've had to run a 12-volt large thick battery cable up through the roof, across and back down again, and then we've put 2 separate fuse boards to make sure that everything's secure and safe. Down here we've got the water pumps, accumulator and all of the pipe work set up, and along with the gas safe down just here. Right at the very back we've got the Joolca Hot tap, which is set up so that if they want to have a shower or use the vehicle off-grid, they've still got hot water. On this side of the vehicle, you can see we've got the full Victron tech, which features 360 watts of solar running through the solar controller, the split charge, and a 2000 watt Victron inverter, as well as we have a 200 ampere lithium battery tucked in the back corner over here. In addition to that, we also feature the Victron shunts, which ensures that the battery never gets too low. In order to ensure that the customer could have their motorbike in this vehicle, obviously we've had to make sure that everything is wide enough to run the vehicle straight down. We also have tie down points in all 4 corners, and we've managed to tuck it into the furniture here so that they're still able to tie their motorbike in and ensure it's secure whilst in the vehicle.